about, wait, what were we talking about? You were talking about Donald Trump. Oh yeah, Donald Trump made a comment, right, about the schools or whatever. Okay, so Donald Trump is Donald Trump. And basically what I was saying is that people need to move on from the fact that he's the president and stop expecting him to be somebody that he's not. Like, Donald Trump is who he is, and that's who he was when he got elected, so why would he change now? Like, what purpose is there for him to change now? Like, what benefit? He knows that he might not get reelected, and if he does get reelected, he knows that it's not even within his hands. Like, it doesn't matter if we want him to be elected or not, or if he wants to be elected or not, because we don't have the control. We're not using the control that we have as a people, as a whole, as a society, to decide who we want to be president. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just taking the options that are dangled in front of us. Like, we're not actually going out and trying to find a candidate in the world, in society, within our own communities, and nominate them to be the fucking president. Like, that's a possibility. We can do that. That's not something that's impossible for us to do. Look at last year, the brain surgeon. You know what I'm saying? That was like showing you guys, like, you don't have to be a fucking politician to be a president, right? You don't have to be raised your entire life and you don't have to be perfect to be the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a criminal fucking background and be the president. Like, maybe you might have a misdemeanor, petty theft. So what? A lot of people have misdemeanors. You know, like, it's not a fucking uncommon thing, okay? You can get a misdemeanor traffic ticket. It's not fucking something that's like the end of the world, you know? And so we choose this man to be the person that's the president of the people instead of choosing someone that's actually of the people. But when in actuality, he is the president of the people. Maybe not all people, maybe not everybody, but he does represent America. Donald Trump does represent America. And Donald Trump does show what America is, shows America's ass. Donald Trump shows America's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Donald Trump makes you have to look in the mirror, and I think that's why people are mad and they can't take it in, because a lot of the times when people get hit with reality and they see something, like, they run away from it, because we're raised, we're groomed, and we're taught and, like, indoctrinated from fucking youth, from baby, to believe that everything's supposed to be a certain way, and it's supposed to be easy for us and all perfect, and, you know, everything's supposed to be just laid out, and we're not supposed to have to work for anything or to try to figure anything out or anything like that.
Absolutely.
And it's like, Donald Trump, and I mean this with every inch of my soul, you know what I'm saying, like, in my body, like, Donald Trump represents America, you guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's a lot of Americans that are just like Donald Trump. And he does represent a part of America, maybe not the whole of America. And Obama represents America too, maybe a better part of America, okay? But at the same time, that doesn't take away from the fact that Donald Trump does represent America, because he is the president and he is American, and a lot of Americans are just like Donald Trump. You know, like, a lot of the stuff that he says, like, I don't fucking agree with it. Like, you think that I like Donald Trump? I don't even fucking know Donald Trump, number one. Okay, so I can't like or dislike this. But based on from what I see of him, I don't like him. Like, he's not the type of person that I want to associate with, that I would hang out with. But does that mean that he's not American? That he doesn't represent America? No. I mean, he does. He is American. Like, and he is who he is. So let's stop getting disappointed and blowing this shit out of proportion every time that he does something that he does. Like, he's a racist. He's a fucking, you know, what do they call it? Misogynist, or whatever the fuck they call that shit. Like, he's a racist. He's a sexist. I don't know if you want to say sexist, but he's one of those guys that think that, you know, guys are in charge and women should be in their place, you know? And there's a lot of Americans that think the same thing, okay? And he is ditzy, you know what I'm saying? Has anyone ever had, like, a friend that's like a ditzy ass friend, and she always says, or he or she always says just the most retardedest shit ever, and it's just like inappropriate and it's retarded, and you're like, why did they say that? And when the more you get to know them and spend time with them, you realize that that's just who the fuck they are. Like, they don't really mean it in the way that we think they mean it, but they're just that freaking retarded or stupid they're that stupid that they don't realize what the fuck they're saying. Do you guys ever stop and think that Donald Trump might be that stupid that he doesn't realize the things that he's saying, that he's just saying those things because that's just the person that he is? Like, duh. Like, maybe he's went through his whole life. He's an old man. If he's went through his whole life acting this way and no one's probably ever really told him about himself, then how the fuck is he supposed to know any better? He don't know no better. That's what he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't know no better. Like, you can't hate him because he don't know no better. We could try to teach him better. You know what I'm saying? But we can't be mad because that's who the fuck he is. Like,
he's an old man. He's stuck in his ways. Ain't no changing that.
You cannot change who he is, because if his wife can change who he was and his fucking kids can't change who he is, y'all ain't gonna change who he is, okay?
Right.
And it's like, being the president didn't change who he is. Like, he's Donald Trump. I don't want to say leave him alone. Like, I'm not trying to like stick up for him. Like, he needs me to fucking stick up for him. Donald Trump don't give a fuck about what nobody has to say. And from the gate, he don't even care. Do you really think that he fucking loses sleep at night that nobody likes him? Do you really think that he gives a shit that fucking people get mad about the things that he says? He don't give a fuck. He don't know you. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care what we think. You know what I'm saying? Like, Donald Trump don't care. He don't care what I got to say. He don't care what you got to say, okay? The only person that he cares what got to say is the person that's putting the money in his pocket. That's who the fuck he cares about, what they got to say.
Not even him.
Okay? And even then, it's like, who's putting the money in his pocket? That's what y'all gotta ask yourself, because it ain't tax dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, the tax dollars is going to the person that's putting the money in his pocket. Like, you really think that this nigga's broken like that? Donald Trump, he gave up a lot becoming the president. But you know what? He was smart, because he didn't let go of his outside, you know, and I don't want to say he was smart. I mean, he was smart. He's a fucking guy that's about his money. Let's face it. Donald Trump is about his money. That's who the fuck he is. He is known because he's a businessman, and he's about his paper. You know what I'm saying? So every hustler and every entrepreneur and every fucking person that makes money for themselves, y'all know what that shit's about. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it's about to be about his paper. Now you talking about somebody that's about his paper on a magnitude of on a scale of things that, you know, like, you know, a lot of us don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like way out there with that money shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to understand who you're dealing with. And then once you understand that, you ain't going to be so mad or disappointed. You follow me? Like, we won't be so stressed out and dwelling on the fact that this man is the president. And instead, we would be focusing on finding a new president. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the people, like, let's go find a president. Like, let's go within our communities. Let's start a fucking trend. Let's start a challenge. Let's start a challenge. I challenge people. I want to start a challenge, and I guarantee you that no one's going to do this challenge, because the only challenges that people want to do is something that endangers your life, embarrasses somebody, exploits your fucking body, exploits people around you, where you have to get naked. It's just people only want to do challenges that are stupid challenges, and they're dumb, right? They're dumb.
Yeah.
Okay? And people are dumb. We're dumb. Like, look up the word dumb, and you'll see the definition for how people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then and that might sound harsh, but that's just reality. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be realistic, and being realistic is like the majority. And I said I didn't say I'm not dumb and everybody else is dumb. I didn't say that. We all dumb, okay? Because we're all here and we're all doing the same shit. I'm driving a car, I'm dumb, just like the rest of these dumb motherfuckers around here, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways, so like I was saying, let's start a challenge. I want to do a challenge, and this challenge is going to be called I could be president challenge, you know?
Yeah. That's an interesting challenge.
Let's call it the we could challenge. Let's call it the fist challenge. And you gotta hold your fist up, right? And you gotta nominate somebody for presidency, and then you gotta, you guys do a whole speech and all the whole shit and whatever, and then pass it around. And then we'll find who's the best person that we think should be the fucking president that way. Let's use social media for something like that. Let's do that challenge. Let's do find the next president challenge. Let's find the next president, you guys. Let's all come together on social media and find all those good people that that we know that are within our own communities, that we feel like could lead this country. You know what I'm saying? That could represent American people. That could represent us more on a scale of everybody as opposed to just one type of person. You know what I'm saying? Let's find somebody that represents the rich people, the poor people, the fucking the bums, the fucking immigrants, the everybody. Let's find someone that represents all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's find someone that's been through a struggle. Let's find someone that's slept in their car. You know what I'm saying? Let's find someone that's been on welfare. Let's find someone that's smoked weed. Let's find someone that's experimented with drugs. Let's find someone that's tried to start a business. Let's find someone that's worked at fast food, that's worked at customer service. Let's find someone that's done hard labor. Let's find someone that has kids. Let's find someone that has family, that has a diverse family. Let's find someone that has friends across the world, country. Let's find someone that people love and admire and look up to. Let's find that person. Let's do that. Like, let's do this. Let's find that person because that person is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person is out there. Let's find that person. It ain't me. I mean, I would love to say that it would be me, but it ain't me. I know that there's someone out there that's better than me, that their mind is so beautiful and so strong and so influential that, you know, that they're just waiting to just be put up on that fucking pedestal. You know what I'm saying? On that podium. They're just waiting. You know, like, let's put somebody on the podium this time. Let's do it. We can really do it. Like, it's a possibility. Do you guys understand what I'm telling you? I am dead serious that we can nominate a president. Like, the people. We can. But you know what? Why it's not going to happen? Because nobody really cares about who the president is. Nobody really cares. Because ain't nobody that watches this video gonna even talk about this idea that I'm talking about. You know, it all starts with an idea, and you talk about it and you spread it as a seed. You plant it and you watch that shit grow. And you know what? Ain't nobody gonna try to water this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody gonna water this seed. I'm planting a seed, but who's gonna put water on it? You know what I'm saying? And then once you put water on it, it's gonna sprout through, and then the sun gonna the light gonna shine on it, and then everyone's gonna see it. And everyone can walk by and water that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll have a beautiful plant that's fucking fruitful and abundant and provide everything that we need. Shade, food, you know what I'm saying? Shelter, all that.
Absolutely.
Now, watch my last video.